Well, all across the country, signs are up at the office reminding us that it's almost health insurance marketplace enrollment period, and it's time to be thinking about those healthcare decisions. And it also means open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act as well.
And in Orlando, the Hispanic Office for Local Assistance is offering assistance and resources for Hispanic and Latino residents during open enrollment.
Joining us now, Anna Cruz, coordinator for Orlando's Hispanic Office for Local Assistance, and Ann Packham, Marketplace Project Primary Director of the Primary Care Access Network. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So for folks who aren't familiar with your office, why don't you tell us about some of the services it offers?
What we do basically, we facilitate services to newcomers and to the residents in the city of Orlando. And we have many partnerships, and among them is one of the Primary Care Access Program with Ann Packham for the past 6-7 years or so. And basically people come to our office, they make an appointment, they sit down with Ann, and Ann tells them, guides them as to what is the best plan for the family. And she provides them with the options and many more things. She's the expert, she's the navigator, she's a certified navigator within the state of Florida.
And we're talking about the need for this service. I mean, the need has grown throughout the last couple years. Can you talk to us about the service and the need for it here in Central Florida?
Well, my understanding, and I was talking about this with Ann before coming here, there are approximately 8 million people registered within the marketplace. And in the state of Florida, there's a little bit over 1 million. So in the United States, 8 million, and in Florida, 1 million, that means a lot.
Yeah, it's a big chunk.
We have a big seniors in the state, children, people from all over the world coming in here, and they need it.
So do you find, and that many people are missing the window for open enrollment, and so this is to help get people through the process in time, or what's the main need?
So the timing is really important because the marketplace is only open for regular open enrollments, only open for 6 weeks. So sometimes they'll have a change in situation, like they'll lose their health coverage through their job, and their first priority is finding a new job, so they forget about their coverage lapse. So open enrollment provides an opportunity for anybody to sign up if they missed open enrollment last year, if they lost their coverage throughout the year, or maybe they didn't get health insurance in the past because they didn't perceive they need it, but now they need it because they have an illness or because someone has finally said to them, you really need to get your preventive checkups, and they decide to enroll.
And this can be complicated, so it's really helpful to have an expert like you sit down with people. What are some of the things that maybe if you're trying to do it on your own you wouldn't think of, and why is it beneficial to have an expert?
So it's important that when you're applying for the financial assistance on the marketplace, because that's what everybody's looking for. Nobody can afford, or most people cannot afford to purchase health insurance on their own. So it's important that when you're filling out the income portion of the application that you're very accurate. You consider all sources of income. The other thing that's probably the most difficult is choosing a plan, right? Because there are a lot of options. In fact, we're getting new options in the Central Florida area this year. So there's a lot to consider. What's the hospital network that your plan will be accepted in? How many primary care doctors are? Can you see a specialist? Do you need a referral to see a specialist? Are your medications covered within the plan? So there's a lot of questions that people have, and it helps to have somebody who's doing this every single day to guide you through that process.
So if there's any viewers or family members that need the bilingual help as well, is there an event? Where can they get the help from?
Well, basically they can call our office, the City of Orlando Hispanic Office for Local Assistance, 407-246-4310, and we will connect them with Ann. Ella habla español.
And we have navigators in Lake, Seminole, Osceola, and Orange.
So it's not just
Orlando. Right, it's the Central Florida area.
And this is by appointment only, right? So people, if they do need this service, they need to make an appointment before they just show up.
They do, because we don't want somebody sitting and waiting and not being able to get the help they need. And it does take a good. We schedule appointments for a minimum hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half, just to get people through the process. And we don't want anybody to sit and wait and not get served.
Well, it's a great learning experience as well, being able to sit down and talk with you too.
Do you find there's a lot of misinformation as well, just with people not understanding who's eligible and who's...
Very much so. The misinformation comes from many sources. A lot of it's in what they hear in the media about what's gone on with the Affordable Care Act. I was at a health fair just recently at one of our local colleges, and the number of students that came up to me and said, oh, I thought that was canceled, I thought that went away when we lost President Obama. There's just a lot of misinformation. The other thing that people grapple with is, well, I heard health insurance is really expensive, so I'm sure I can't afford it. And the Commonwealth Fund actually came out with a study recently that showed that 67% of the people who would have qualified for an Affordable Care Act policy didn't enroll because they just simply didn't know. Mm-hmm. They didn't look, they didn't consider their options. So we tell everybody, come in, give us a call. We'll help you get information and just find out what you qualify for.
All right.
Great information.
We'll put all this on clickorlando.com. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.